turn the sound down. Wait a minute. Something wrong. Let's turn the sound down. Wait a minute. Something wrong. Hi, Monique. Hi, Mariko. I've just got to check. There's something here. Right. It's okay. I had my, I'm just opening up my computer, and I'm still learning to use my new Mac Airbook. It doesn't seem to, anyway, we've sorted that out. I just want to be able to see the comments here. Okay. Welcome. Hi, this is Susie Cheel from SusieCheel.com, and we're here today for day one of, oh sorry, somebody's yelling behind. I've just got to close the window. Right, okay, now let's start again. So, good morning. So we'll go back here again. You're wondering where I am. I'm not in my husband's office today because we're doing this very early in the morning because I have to go out. Thank you for the smiles and the hearts and whatever else. And if anybody would love to share this is great. I'm excited about this challenge that we're starting today. It's day one of Empowering You. And I'm going to start with the question I asked myself this morning because I'm doing this challenge along with you. Oh, and what I need to do, if anybody hasn't actually joined the challenge, to get the emails and the audios and the meditations, here is the link to join here. I'll do that. And if people just want to say hello as they come in, let me know where you're from. And I'll just put in here, join the challenge. And just to let you know, this is the only day that this will be at this early in the morning. Oh, hi, Marcy. Oh, thank you. I'm going to talk about the meditation in a minute. There are people on here who haven't joined the challenge. If you want to get the meditation and to get the audios, that I'm making an audio every morning that I won't be posting here on Facebook. So you have to be part of the challenge to get that, or at the end of the challenge you'll be able to buy the whole package with lots of bonuses. Okay, so that's the link for that for those people who haven't joined yet, and I'm going to pin that to the top. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll start with everybody now should, who signed up, unless you've signed up after the yesterday, in which case when I send out the replay today, which won't be later till today, because after this, guess what I'm doing? I won a mindset workshop last week. So that's why we're having this very early this morning. The rest of them are going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. my time. So what that is so I'm going to be spending 3 hours or 3.5 hours, I think it is, with a mindset expert. So I should have lots of clues and tips for people when I come back today. But so Marcy said the meditation is great. Yeah, I thought the meditation was really good. I've listened to it again this morning. I recorded it for you on Sunday, I think it was, or Saturday or Sunday. Saturday I recorded it for you. And it's about where we're going with this challenge. Oh, Monique as well. So that's wonderful. And I want the people who are going to be watching the replay after this, the idea is I would like for you to have done this meditation each morning And on day 5, I'll be giving you a new meditation to integrate what we're going to be doing all week. So, as I said, I'm really pleased that to have you here, and I know most people will probably be watching the replay. But what I wanted to do is just share with you how I started empowering you today. So I started with the question that you all have in the email that went out yesterday for day 1 on being you. We're going to talk about being you in a minute. But, you know, who am I being when I'm being true to me? And this is what I wrote this morning. I'm being happy. I'm being free. I'm being really true to me when I own me, my feelings, and more. And I'm now going to share with you the card that I drew. Oh, and I should have the painting here. I'll go and get it before we finish at the end. Or I'll share it later today. I did a painting on, which I think is about being you. It's about what happens when we let go of fear and that. But I drew today the passion card. And I think that's what we all have to step into. We have to step into our passion. Because when we step into the passion, we are being ourselves. We find that heart of us inside of here. And how we're going to start today is with a poem. So I'll be starting with a poem, and the poem is from this book. You can see it's very, very old. It's by Virginia Satir, and it's called Self-Esteem. And it is beautifully illustrated, and this woman inspired my first book, Emergings, and it has lots of little drawings. I don't know whether you can still get it on Amazon or not, but I'm just going to start with reading the poem, and then we're going to talk about the challenge. In all the world, there is no one exactly like me. Everything that comes out of me is authentically mine, because I alone choose it. I own everything about me, my body, my feelings, my mouth, my voice, all my actions, whether they be to others or to myself. I own my fantasies, my dreams, my hopes, my fears. I own my triumphs and successes, all of my failures and mistakes. Because I own all of me, I can become intimately acquainted with me. By so doing, I can love me and be friendly with me in all of my parts. I know there are aspects about me that puzzle me, and other aspects that I do not know. But as long as I'm friendly and loving myself, I can courageously and hopefully look for solutions to the puzzles and for ways to find out more about me. However I look and sound, whatever I say and do, and whatever I think and feel at a given moment in time is authentically me. If later some parts of how I looked, sounded, thought, and felt turned out to be unfitting, I can discard that which I feel is unfitting. I can keep the rest and invent something new for that which I discarded. I can see, hear, feel, think, say, and do. I have the tools to survive, to be close to others, to be productive, and to make sense and order out of the world of people and things outside of me. I own me, and therefore I can engineer me, or I would say re-engineer me. I am me, and I am okay. And that's what this challenge is about. We're about being okay. So the challenge that we sent out today is about being you. And the question I asked, are you being really true to you? So I'm going to ask that question now. And I'd love for you to put in the comments, are you being really true to you? How do you feel in the mornings when you wake up? Are you smiling? Do you say thank you? Do you sit in stillness and contemplate the magic that you are? So I'd love for you to share how that is. So my next question then was, or are you still sitting on the fence, waiting for the magic moment to shine your light on the world? You know that one where you're still hedging your bets. You think there's maybe something better outside. But this is where it is, in here, all of you. Oh, I just need to see if there are comments showing here. Oh, we've got the challenge here. Right, okay. Yeah, so it's in here, being you. So did you ask yourself, am I being really me? Or am I being something I think I should be? I know that one of thinking I should be doing this, or my biggest wake-up call has been reading my, thank you for the hearts and likes. My biggest wake-up call has been reading my journals from my own healing journey, which I'm writing from my book. And I wrote my own story, and I wrote what I'm teaching people and sharing with people now 6 years ago. But I put that all on a shelf. And one day I'll show you, I've got a whole shelf of journals that I'm gradually reading back through to get my book of my healing journey. So it's that whole thing of sometimes we forget that it's in here. But to do this, we need to change. Change can be scary. Change can be, as I wrote down here, change comes with lots of questions. What arose for you when you asked that question? Am I being really me? I'd love for somebody to share. If I haven't got anybody. Right, okay. It'd be great if somebody could share. How did you feel when you asked that question of yourself? Am I really being me? So the question I asked myself this morning, and that I asked you to do in the journaling, and I'd love for you to know, I'd love for to people now, who am I being when I'm being true to me? So how many people have actually done that exercise this morning? Oh, and I'm sorry I haven't got my journal here. Somebody here who said, I thought you were taking a break. I think that might be I think we might have a... right, okay. So what I was asking here is, what I will do is, because I can't run downstairs and things, I will come online later today. It'll be later my afternoon, because I'm going to be out all day, because I forgot to bring my journal and my painting and things up. But so I'll be redoing this later today as well. But what I'd like to know is, what did you... when you filled in or when you got your journal out this morning, and I wanted you to get your journal out and write at the top of the page, so okay, Monique, I'll be with you in a minute, and big letters at the top of the page, being me, and then who am I being when I'm being true to me? And I'll read through my list, and I'd love you to add something to it. So Monique has said, I thought it is, I don't think so, but I wouldn't recognize what anything else looks like. Ah, right. Okay, so you've got some real inner work here to do. This is great. So I'm just going to read out my list of who am I being when I'm being really me, or who am I really being the me that I like being? So what is it? And also that's another question we can ask ourselves. What do I like about myself? But I'll do this one first. So I wrote, I'm being me when I'm painting, because that's my innate nature. I'm being me when I'm cooking, because I love cooking. Cooking heals my body. Des thinks he lives in a restaurant, and anybody I cook for loves my food, so it gives me joy. I get lots of feedback, and that always makes me feel good as well. I love it when I'm creating. So I love creating these cards. I love doing the paintings. I love channeling the messages. I'm not sure where they come from, but that's what I like. I love to do. And that's me, because that's coming from in here. You know, the message on the card is, when you follow the path of your heart, the flame of passion will light up your life. Where did that come from? I have no idea. That came as I put the painting and I wrote it out. Walking on the beach. That's me. Barefoot. I'm a barefoot girl, and I love being in really casual clothes. So today, yes, I'm very dressed up because I'm going out for a training this morning. I'm being me when I'm meditating, because I'm being still and I'm being true to me. When I'm being open and honest, and I don't give a stuff what anybody else thinks. Now, I used to always be like that, but somehow, as I got a bit older, I lost some of that. So I'm moving back now to being, I keep saying I'm rich and famous. I'm happy and full of love and joy. That's me. But to be that, I have to let go of who I think I should be and just be Susie. Like, how many people come online with slightly damp hair? But I was rushing this morning and I thought, oh, well, it's still got my colour and things in it. So it's fun. It's who I am. I don't always have to be perfect. I'm never perfect. We're all perfect just as we are. When I'm listening and being still, that's when I really get in touch with myself. When I'm dancing, I love dancing. And tonight, I think it is here where I live, somebody's going to be doing Latin American dancing at 6:30. And I'm actually going to be going along, because that will be fun. And that lets a part of my spirit out. And it lets my inner child out to play. How often do you let your inner child out to play? When I'm being who I am here to be, and that goes back to just being really myself. It means sharing my message. It means opening your heart to love so you can dare to dream again. It means standing as I do for the power of love. What do you stand for? It's a great question to ask yourself. And when I'm inspiring and empowering myself, because when I'm not inspiring myself, I'm usually down here somewhere, and I was quite a bit of that way last week with all my different challenges and things as well, of technical challenges. But now I have a beautiful computer. It's different. I love inspiring and empowering you guys as well. So once we get started on your list, I want you to grow it every day. So if you're finding a bit challenged, it's a bit challenged to start that list, who actually started the list? Who's got 5 things on the list? Or maybe should I say, who's got 1 thing on the list? Maybe 2, maybe 3 things on the list? maybe you could share them here. Or if you don't want to share them here, message me or email me and share 2 or 3 things. I'd like to get everybody started on this, being really true to yourself. As Lady Gaga said, you have to be unique and different to shine in your own way. So Marcy says she's got 2. Great. Well, that's a good start. I'm sure if we were talking and I knew a bit more about you, I could probably come up with, 4 or 5 more for you. Anyway, but often we have a resistance. We're fearful. We're worried about what other people think. Or we maybe think, oh, we're being a bit crazy. So I'm going to ask you now, this card came up for me yesterday. What do you need to let go of to just be you? Or as it says here, ask yourself, what do I need to let go of to just be me? What can you do to just be you? What's one thing you can let go of today that will help you move closer to being you? And, right. Right, so Marcy says she loves the ocean, being surrounded by the ocean. So Marcy, how does that make you feel? What does that make you feel? I'll share with you what being with the emotion that I get when I'm by the sea. I feel abundant. I feel grateful. I find it very healing. And I find it so inspiring. The beach is where I often get my best ideas. Maybe after I've meditated, so I often get my best ideas there as well. So, and Marcy says, I love to help people. I love helping people too, but what I had to learn to do was I had to learn to help myself first so I could help more people. Right, yeah, and feelings of serenity. Yes, you can sit there on the beach and feel the waves coming in and you can be so serene. And Marcy says, what comes up for you? So you need to let go of the self-doubt. So Marcy, what we can do here is, so you love the ocean and how that makes you feel. It helps you feel serene. Who else are you being when you're being true to you? Do any of the things that I shared with you maybe resonate for you? Yes, we all have that. I know it's being here when we're an empath. We have to sometimes just step back a bit, because who is it we need to be empathic to first? We need to be empathic to ourselves. And that's what this week's all about. This week's all about, even if you're only giving yourself 5, 10, you need 17 minutes to do the meditation, which is going to help you step into, when you're seeing the future you, Marcy, you can see how you're helping other people. Now Monique says, I'm here just helping you're just helping your customers. Right, oh, okay, you are there, okay. If any of the people on the East Coast want to get up very early in the morning, I will do it. I will expand this broadcast by bringing in my journal and bringing in the painting I've done today as well. But yeah, so this is what we're doing. We want to let go of, we want to keep our beautiful empathetic, I just got a mark on my face. I don't know what I've done. A beautiful empathetic, that's part of who we are. That's what, That's why I'm here doing this work. But I had to step back, and I now believe, I'm particularly reading, back over 2 or 3 years of journaling, I now believe the journal and journaling and starting on these questions. So my challenge there for you is today is I'd like to, if you just bullet points, I'd like to see you expanding that list of 1 or 2. And, if people really need help with this, you can, you reach out to me and we can find a way that I can help you expand into this as well. So that's, now what I want to do is all right, so Monique, I just realised Monique's still at work. So I realised that the time that I'm going to be on, your 8 p.m. is probably better for you. Is that right? That's probably a better time for you as well. It was just today I'm not going to be here. So I wasn't able to do that. Now what I want to know from the people who are watching, and if you're watching the replay, because I will come back and reply to any comments and things like that. And although I've said this will just be up for, I might leave this one up and make another one that's for the private group. I'll just see how I'll listen to my intuition. That's what I'll be doing with this. We might just leave the first one up for people to share, so that people can share this and that people can, have this to refer back to. So what I want to do now is I want to ask, I can see Marcy and Monica online, and I can't actually see who else is here because other people haven't actually said hello. So the question that we're asking, the journaling question that we want to ask is, who am I being when I'm being true to me? Linda, the meditation was in the meditation was in the emails. You have to actually open your emails, and I can check afterwards to make sure that you got it. I will be sending the meditation and things out again in the replay for this, that I hope I'll get time to do before I go out this morning, which means we're going to have to finish soon. Hi, Kelly. And so does anybody have any questions for me? So I sent an email out. There was an email went out for the people in America. Your first thing yesterday morning, you got an email that would have had all of, this is what it looked like. You will have those, all there. And then you would also have the link to the meditation and the link to the journal, which I forgot. Yeah, so it's all on, I'm sending them out, so they go into your email box about 5 a.m. So I'm hoping you can get them before you actually go to work and things like that. But I will send a replay out of this. Hi, Monique. You might have to catch the replay. I was saying earlier, the rest of the week should work for you because it's at your 8 p.m. It's just today I had to do this one early. And I will come on live, but it'll be early your morning tonight to share the painting and the journal and do all of that. So what I want to know now, Monique, how many things did you come up with? How many, on the list here, I read the list out of who am I being when I'm being true to me? So I'm not sure whether you actually have started. Marcy says she's written 2 down. I want to challenge you all. By the end of the week, can we have 10? 10 things that you're doing when you're being true to you. So this is, the question is, who are you being when you are being true, true to you? It's the journaling question. Right. Okay, now what I want to know is, before I go, so I can send the replay out, is who has any questions? Does anybody have any questions about the challenge? It seems only a couple of you so far have found the meditation, and I don't have the link for it with me here. I didn't have one. I find it hard to think about myself. Okay, well, I'll send another email out with this replay. Think of some of, so Monique, what's one thing you love to do, and why do you love to do it? Ask yourself that. You don't have to answer here, but maybe that's a good idea. I mean, maybe that's something we could all do before I finish. What's one thing that you know? I suppose the other way to put it is, what makes your heart sing? What's something you're doing that makes your heart sing, that you know that you really need to be doing? That's something to ask you. So I'll wait a minute to see if there are any questions, but I want to try and send this replay out so that everybody gets the replay, and also I'll give you a way that maybe that you can work with me to help you move forward with this a bit more quickly. Okay, so no more questions. I'm just looking here. I'm on my screen. Oh, I should jump over to the Heart Whisperers to make sure there's nobody over there. Let me just see. Heart Whisperers. Right, so Linda loves going to the beach and dancing. Right, Monique, spending time with your family, right? I'm trying to get here just something that's, is there one thing that you do that makes you feel good? That you know you're being true to you? Oh, sorry, and I've got some people who want to join the group. Okay. No, I haven't got anybody watching that I can see here. Okay, they're not in the challenge, right? Okay, and the other thing is, I think most of you have joined the group, right? Okay, so you like reading. How does so what I'm trying to get at here is, what's something that you love doing, that you'd love to be? What would you love to be doing that you'd love to be sharing with the world? That's a big question. That just came from in here. So, but Monique, that's great. So you've got two things. You're being true to you when you're being with your family. So when you're being with your family, does that mean you have no inhibitions? You just be, maybe you're funny. Maybe you tell jokes. I don't know, because I don't know you all well enough. When you're reading, does that make you feel still and calm, or does that bring you joy? Think of the feelings that you're getting about how you're doing that. Yeah, so we'll come back on later today, and I'll get my journal and things and share that. Right, yes. Okay, so you've started, Monique. This is great. You've started on this list, and were you on earlier? what we're trying to get to is, what is your, this is the card that came up today for day 1 of the challenge. Well, actually, probably the card we had yesterday. What is it you need to let go of? We've got that question there. What is it you need to let go of to be really you? Oh, Kelly, you're like me. I love it. Being creative. Sorry, I have to go back here so I can read the questions. Being creative, colourful, wearing colourful, unique clothing, making masks, sharing Reiki. You said one thing. Would be good to share an overall theme. That's great, Kelly. Yes, do that and share on that. So, yeah, so what I had to do to find out, I mean, you know, I've had to have a few really heavy experiences to find out why I was here. But I know I'm here for the power of love. I know I'm here to colour and heal the world through love. That's my being. But it's taken me a long while to embrace it. And I know sometimes people think, oh, everybody else is doing that. Nobody will listen to me. Until you put yourself out there, you don't know. So that's the first part of starting inside. Kelly, you know what you're good at. You know being true to you. So what's the one other thing that maybe helps you take that a step further? Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today, and I want to thank everybody who's watching the replay. And yes, please keep leaving your comments when I come back today, or when I get a break. I'll check on the phone and see what people have commented and what people have left there. If you come up with any questions, you can message me or leave a question here. And keep doing the meditation. Keep building that list. And we'll have another session where I go through the journal. I apologise. It's downstairs. And I'll see you all tomorrow online live at your 8 p.m. So that'll be easier for the people who are working. It will be 8 p.m. So, okay. That's all for today. Remember, be true to you. Tell your friends about the challenge if you know other people who are hiding. Open your heart to love. Dare to dream again. Namaste.